And all this is really important to understand the context of why the country is crumbling right now and why there's all these protests happening. Because this supreme leader and his regime have made a lot of political mistakes. Iran is the second most sanctioned country in the entire world, even more sanctioned than Iraq, Syria and North Korea. He had built up two massive paramilitary forces, one in Gaza, which was Hamas, and the other in southern Lebanon, known as Hezbollah. And they were basically his insurance policy against Israel, because he absolutely hates Israel, and they had nuclear weapons, and Iran doesn't. So he built up these proxy forces to kind of keep Israel in check. But a year or so ago, obviously we know what happened in Gaza. Israel and Gaza fought a war, they went after Hamas, and they've basically decimated them at this point. But what you might not know is that Israel has also basically dismantled Hezbollah. Israel has also conducted all sorts of military strikes against mainland Iran, destroying nuclear facilities, infrastructure, military targets, among other things. So in just a short amount of time, Iran has faced loads of political setbacks, and this has made the country extremely unstable. If you look at their GDP over the last 10 years, it might look like it's been roughly the same, which is not a good thing in and of itself. It should really be growing. But if you look at these statistics right here, you actually see that it'll have these massive jumps in GDP and then massive dips in GDP. And that kind of instability is going to create economic unrest within the population. And you couple that with the fact that independent sources now say that as much as 30, 40, 50% of the population aren't even Shiite Muslim anymore, or don't even believe in any sort of religion, and suddenly you have a powder keg ready to go. And that's basically what's going on in the country right now. People have had enough of being economically destroyed. I mean, look at this exchange rate. And the strong enforcement of Islamic law is rubbing people who don't believe in it the wrong way. And so all of these protests have started erupting, especially in the capital of Tehran, and the Ayatollah, the leader, the supreme leader, and his government have been brutal in their crackdowns. They've admitted to having killed nearly 5,000 people already, and this leader has just recently stated in an interview that the protesters only have a few days left to surrender, otherwise the consequences are going to be even more severe. I don't really know what's more severe than, being killed, but I guess he's got something else in mind. So that is just a brief overview of what is happening in Iran and why it's happening. There are other reasons as well, outside influences, oil prices, all this sort of stuff. But at least now you have a decent overview of sort of why these things are happening. And you can bring that up at your next dinner table conversation. If you like geopolitics and you want to hear about it from a qualified intelligence analyst, why not drop me a follow, and I'll see you at the next one.